Have you ever stumbled upon something in the forest that didn't quite belong? Something a little mysterious? Well, recently I was surfing at Tofino, British Columbia, and I took a day off in search of a mythical Royal Canadian Air Force Canso aircraft that had allegedly crashed deep into the rainforest. Well, join me on this really cool adventure and let's see how this plays out.
Go to this Radar Hill Road parking lot, go to the highway, turn right and count 15 telephone poles. And then there's a little game trail that we follow in. So, yeah, look at this. It almost looks like a Canso. This has got to be it. Now just up through the forest. I'll just go right over here. Oh, I see something. What the hell is that? What is that doing here? I have no idea what this thing is. No idea. In the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's one creepy looking building. I know the trail, the only trail around here seems to go right in the building. This is like that in horror movies. They say don't follow the trail into the building. That's what I'm doing. What could go wrong? This is one creepy place. This is about the era of the airplane we're looking for. It's like World War II type stuff. This place has been abandoned a long time. Well, this looks like it'd be about 75 years old. If these walls could talk, who knows what they'd say. Probably was had the same purpose. That this building and that bomber is about spotting potential Japanese. I bet this was listening out for things. Looks like this is the way. I bet get out of that creepy building. What was the name of that planet where Yoda lives? I think we're there. Dagobah. The mud begins. I'm glad I got these boots. This is not the time I want to run into any wildlife. It's cold. Whoa. Now, what is this? This looks like aviation metal. And it is. Yeah, definitely. That riveting, that's from aviation. So we're close. Close. If the thing's not buried in the mud. Oh, what is that? I think that is it. Finally. Wow, look at this. I didn't expect to see it so intact. And this would be the engine that was hanging just up here. Just the impact force just tore it off its mounts. A few more degrees down, this would have just nosed right in and everyone would have been dead for sure. So that was one lucky crew and maybe some good piloting skills as well. The left wing here and the tree that it actually hit, you can see that it's displaced it, just opened the wing right up, just like scissors in a pop can. I'm amazed this thing didn't burn because there's all sorts of fuel and everything else in this, but you know, they got lucky. This is the front of the whole airplane here. It's just in front of the cockpit. It's just mangled to heck. I'm amazed. I'm still looking at this. I can't believe that people survive this. You look at the impact force here. You know, the pilots would have been sitting up here looking out the canopy up at the front. This is your worst nightmare as a pilot. You know you're going in, you see trees and a high-speed airplane. Those just don't go well together. But what strikes me up here at this vantage point is the terrain that they were facing that day. There's really no out. We're in a big bowl here and the airplane couldn't maintain altitude. It was inevitable. It was going to go in. And so he chose that this was the best place, tried to stall it in right here. RCAF crew that were just going to try to do their job in World War II. And they lost their engine and had a couple moments of sheer terror and then some exuberation, I'm sure, as they realized they're alive. You know, the simple airplanes that they were flying at the time and the skills that were called upon to make things happen in those days. It's a great reminder of all that, and I'm really happy they've left this airplane out here.
Thanks for joining me on this really interesting adventure. In fact, I'm inspired to seek out more airplanes like this because allegedly there are numerous airplanes in the forests and mountains of British Columbia, the Pacific Northwest, Canada, and the world for that matter. And if you think about it, in the 40s, 50s, and early 60s, they lacked the helicopter technology to extract these wrecks, and so they sat there and now slowly being consumed by the forest and their stories with it. My intention is to find more of them and tell those stories.